Peace, love, and life, family. This is Zoe, aka Zoe, and this is episode number 4. So let's just get right into it. So before I begin talking about what we're going to talk about today, I celebrated my 25th birthday, my 25th trip around the sun on Saturday, January 27th. That's why I didn't post last week, because I was just distracted trying to plan what I was going to be doing for my birthday, because I felt like that was a really big one and I wanted to celebrate. And boy, did I had a blast. Shout out to everybody who came to my party. It was amazing. I had a good time. But okay, let's go ahead and talk about what we're going to talk about. This sounds a little bit rehearsed. It's because I typed up something last night when I was just laying in bed. Actually, it was technically this morning. I couldn't sleep. I went to bed at 7:30 a.m. because I was just like, my mind was racing with a million thoughts and things like that. But with that being said, so this week we're talking about reconnecting ourselves to nature. When you reconnect yourself to nature, that means that you're connecting to yourselves, because we are nature. I kind of just want to read what I typed up. I don't know what the plan is. I'm just gonna go with the flow. All right, so work with me. But I kind of just wanted to read what I typed up, and then go from there. So here we go. It's so important that we reconnect ourselves with nature. We've become so separated from all things natural, and because our alignment with nature is skewed, our alignment with self is skewed as well. And I believe as within, so without, as above, so below, and so on and so forth. And there's other variations of that, as the mind to the soul, and you can just find so many comparisons. And basically what that means is that we are connected to everything. And I know, like, oftentimes the mind just wants to like have specifics, like definition to what that means, and it just is what it is. Like, sometimes we overcomplicate things just by thinking about it, and it just means everything is everything. Like, we are one, not to sound cliche, but we literally are one. You think about how we've separated ourselves from nature, and how the extent of our separation is just like, of course we're not in tune with ourselves. Of course we're separated from ourselves and understanding who we are and what our purpose is, whatever it may be to us, because we've separated ourselves from nature. Everything that's natural, I won't say everything, but so many things that are natural to our being is just like shamed upon. And let's just go into some examples. And of course some of these are going to be like pertaining to my life personally, being a woman and a mother. Not to be biased, but like, this is my experience of how we've been separated from nature. Back to what I was reading. Think about a world where it's taboo for a mother to feed her child from her bosom, or where a woman with hairy legs is frowned upon, where nudity is deemed sexual, where it's weird to be a vegan, where it's crazy to walk around barefoot or to hug a tree. This is the reality that we're allowing ourselves to live in, and we are willingly living in oblivion, denying ourselves the ability to connect because of it. So like, going into that a little bit more, like with breastfeeding, it's like, why is it so strange or taboo for me to breastfeed my child? And oftentimes I post pictures of myself breastfeeding, because that's just my reality. That's what social media is all about. It's about connecting. For me, it's like, I want to be raw, real, and true, and that is a part of my truth. This is my everyday life. Like, I am always breastfeeding my child. Like, she is on the boob constantly, and that's just something that I experience on a day-to-day basis. But so many times I get strange comments like, "Ooh, I wish that was me," or from men, or maybe it's like, "How long are you gonna do that? Why are you breastfeeding?" Gotta love my dog. Things of that nature. But it's just like, this is what our bodies were designed to do. And we don't go up to like a horse and be like, "Ew, what are you doing? You're supposed to be eating goat milk," or whatever like that. It's just like, it's just natural. It is what it is. This is what our bodies were designed for. This is what our breasts, this is why they're larger than men's breasts, is because that we were made to cater, nourish our children, you know? Like, why is that a reality right now? Or even further, let's go talk about body hair. Especially for women, it's like, it's so frowned upon for us to have body hair on our legs and our arms and our intimate areas. And it's like, your hair, whether it's aesthetically pleasing or not, because I get it, don't get me wrong, I get it, but whether it's aesthetically pleasing or not, it does have a specific purpose. And our bodies were uniquely, exquisitely, and magnificently designed. And our hair has a purpose for us. Like, it's really essential because through our hair, we're able to receive vibrations from the universe, electric communicator, just like an antenna or something like that. It's like crazy because even still now, it's like I find myself wanting to shave my arms, shave my legs, or whatever, and it's just like, and it's just for to be aesthetically pleasing. When do aesthetics grow more importance over purpose and like design? It's just so crazy. Normal is not natural, and like that's just so wild because it should be. Going back to the breastfeeding thing, I think that the reason why it's so taboo is because we overly sexualize the human body, male and female, but again, I find more specifically for women that it's like overly sexualized. You see a girl's breast showing and it's like, oh, she's asking for attention or anything like that. We have instincts. We do have instincts, and I think we like forget that. I think that like just like animals, like if you put a newborn baby that's just been on this earth for just seconds, maybe even a few minutes, you know, on their mom's stomach, they will crawl up to the breast, and they basically have no motor skills, but they'll find their way to the breast, and it's like that is instinctual. Baby will twiddle with the nipple or squeeze the breast, and that helps stimulate milk production and things like that, and it's just really amazing. We do have instincts. We come into this earth like as pure, as innocent, and as connected to the divine as possible, and for me it feels like this existence is designed to pull you away from it only so you can return to it again. And like I know that there's purpose in the disconnectedness, but the purpose of it is to bring you back to yourself, and we've got to return back to it. Oh, another thing, veganism. Veganism is widely frowned upon, talking about, oh, you need to eat rotting flesh to thrive. I know, like before, like I used to eat meat. I am such a new vegan. I am only a year in, but it's just amazing the way that my perspective has changed looking at eating meat and things like that, because I know personally, it's not made for our bodies. Our bodies were not designed to eat flesh. It causes so much demise. And when you just think about it, as soon as the body dies, it starts to decompose. If you want to live life, how can you consume death? It doesn't make any sense. The vegan community, I know sometimes that some of us can be so radical. It's just because like I feel like we see a greater purpose in what we're supposed to be doing. Like, you're not supposed to be eating animals. You are what you eat. But yeah. We have to reconnect ourselves to nature. Oh my gosh, I feel like I was just rambling and I didn't make that much sense. This existence, to reiterate, this existence, I know like all this disconnectedness and being taken away from our truth and the more honest way of living, I know that its purpose is to reconnect us with it, but it's like so crazy how far we've gone away from ourselves, and how everything, or not everything, but so much of what is natural and so much of what we're supposed to be doing, or the way that we're supposed to be living, is just like what, like everyone's like, what are you doing? This is what's right because everyone else is doing it. Doesn't make it right, people. Doesn't make it right. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much done. I hope I made sense. I hope I wasn't too all over the place. I missed you guys. I really was sad that I didn't record last week because like, yeah, I'm making sure that I'm consistent with this, with my YouTube. So I think I'm going to be done now because yeah. But all right, peace.